Hi everybody, welcome to the Soulful Soul. My name is Gladys and this is your monthly elemental reading. So, how this works, the reason I do this is because I believe that the elements give you more choice, or the way I'm doing it gives you more choice, right? And there's every possibility here of a combination of elements. So we have 4 elements. We have earth, air, water and fire, and the zodiac is divided by those. So you have your earth signs will be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Your fire signs will be Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. Your water signs are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, and your air signs are Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. Right? So that's how you can choose on the basis of those. So we don't all have one element. It's very unlikely that you will have only Capricorn. That might be the sign that you relate to most because you were born under that in the time of Capricorn, when the sun was in Capricorn, for example. But you will have other elements. Some of you might know those. You might have done your birth chart and you know what those elements are. For others you don't know, but you might relate more to certain signs. Like I was chatting with a friend yesterday, I did a reading for him, and I was saying to him how I feel like he's very Taurian in nature. He's in fact a Virgo, and we were chatting about the qualities of Taurus because I see a lot of that in him. But you might relate to certain signs more than others. You might relate to being more earthy or more fiery or more water, emotional, or very in your head, right? And so then you would choose on the basis of which of these you relate to more. And I'll give a description, like a brief description of how I see those, or how those you can identify those signs, those elements. Then you can choose on the basis of how you might be right now feeling a certain way. Like I'm feeling very fiery right now, but needing a lot of earth. So I feel like, and I am an earth sign, but I'm feeling very fiery. I would choose fire and earth, and I might just choose earth and air because I am quite in my head in some ways, So that's how you choose. And after this you'll see a description of just a brief description of how you can identify the different elements, and that will help you make your choice. Okay. See what your reading has to say. I'm going to do a new, my own kind of based on the Celtic cross, but I've been feeling that the inadequate somehow. Oh wow, look at that. It's your key issue. beneath the deck you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like you are worried about love or emotion. Something emotional is on your mind, fire, air. It's like you are waiting for some offer, but it feels like a waiting game. And in the meantime, you are healing. That's the key thing that I'm seeing here. You have the Three of Swords, whether upright or in reverse. I feel it's about healing, and but you what could work against you is stubbornness, some kind of dogma. And this could even relate to your own views about yourself. I don't know why that's maybe you need to think about where you are stubborn about certain things, where you are immovable, feel immovable. And I'm using these as clarifiers. This is the Five of Earth. It's about, can you see this person is hoarding something? Above on the surface it looks like there's plenty, but beneath it feels like there's lack. So it could even be about you having a lack mentality, and I know that's not an easy thing to break, because sometimes we get that because we've had little, but maybe that's something that you need to explore. What is beneath the surface that you may be so afraid of? Maybe, dear hearts, your little exploration can be about what's the worst that can happen. What's the worst that can happen? And I'm going to upload this just after the full moon, but the full moon energy lasts a couple of days, so you could maybe do what's the worst that can happen, and under the moon burn that. I've shared something about a burning ceremony, and you can look at that. I'll put it at the end of the reading, about the things we want to let go of. But you can think about what is the worst that can happen, and maybe that's your thing that you let go of, dear hearts. And even if you don't do it at the full moon, that's fine too. Those things are not hard and fast. You can do it when it's your time to do it. So I think that's a lovely exercise. And maybe you think about the stubbornness. Maybe there's a stubbornness. Maybe you don't want to accept help, or I don't know. For each of you that will be different, but that's what's working against you, and that's, I think, a lovely little exercise you can do. What's working for you is stability. You have stability. It's interesting that you get four cards here. I mean, that's a powerful card, the Emperor card, but it is in your what could work against you. So, but also this could be others around you. So it could be someone else being dogmatic and stubborn and bossy, or it's not even bossy, but maybe trying to use power over you. So think about that, and perhaps that's part of the lack, the worst things that can happen that you need to let go of. But it, like I said, could be your own conditioning. There's an imbalance somewhere, and this is what you need to think about. So you might be feeling quite imbalanced. You might be feeling like finding it hard to come to that balance. But it is definitely something you need to think about. If I look at this reading, that's a key theme that I'm seeing: balance, or at least the need to look at that. So you have temperance. Temperance talks about, it's more than balance, it's about harmony, and maybe you are not feeling harmonious because of this worry, this offer, emotional offer. Could be love. Maybe there's a relationship that's not working out the way you want it. But in the meantime, you do your healing, and your healing is taking you to challenge these notions of power, whether they are within or outside. And there's definitely a need to let go of that, right? And also to see where there is balance in your life, because there are certain areas where there is balance, where there is harmony, where there is stability. So it's possible that this relationship or this whatever it is making, because this either an offer hasn't come in that you've been waiting for, or a relationship is going through a rocky period, or you've ended a relationship with someone. A Knight of Cups, it doesn't have to be a water sign, it can be represent just the lover, and it's made you feel unstable. Now I feel like what you need to look at is the worst. What is the worst that could happen to you? And confront it and burn that up, right? And also look at the best. Look at where there is stability, where there's not stability, and that's not what you want, right? So that's what you need to let go of. And as we move into the new moon, and I'm going to do another exercise with you, start seeing this where it is there. Do you know? To me, it's saying that there is, but you might be stubbornly only looking at what is not working. I think maybe that's simply put, it's that. Right? Let me see. Oh, a wind now. Come and play with me. Let me see. Okay, that one flying out. 6 of Fire. Dragonflies, transformation, success. Beautiful. There you go, dear hearts. I am going to do an exercise of this. I'd love I would love you to join me, because I'm going to put it out on TikTok like I did with my previous reading, because I think it's a follow-up on that one. But you can start thinking about, after the full moon, I think it's important to do that exercise of letting go. And once you've done that, start to think about what success looks like for you. And for some of you, it is about love. What is beautiful love? What's the transformation of the situation? When I see dragonflies, I think about transformation. What is a transformation of the situation look like? The one thing I would say is never be stuck on a situation owning a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's love, it doesn't have to be that person in your life in the way you want it to be, because other people also, have rights, and we don't own people, It's the only thing that I would say. But you can imagine, if it's a lover, the two of you at least talking or coming to compromise, whether you come together again or not, but you're doing whatever it is in the most peaceful way for you, that kind of thing. But also, when it comes to love, I feel like we should be, especially with love, I think we should be especially open to what's right for us. What's open our hearts to something as most beautiful. But it doesn't have to be fixated on one person. That's what I'm saying. Okay. You representing you, in your unconscious, what I love this. Beneath the surface, there's this Queen of Coins energy. And look at that beautiful stuff there. It's like spirit, this healing is leading you to some kind of partnership that is very stable and very beautiful. Now, it could be love, a lover. It could be a relationship with an organization that is really, really perfect for you. But that's what's wanting to bubble to the surface, and maybe that's what will show itself in the cycle. Please do let me know. I'd love to hear, because that's what it's looking like a very satisfactory partnership of some sort that's beneath the surface. It's almost like your healing is leading you there, to that balanced partnership. You get the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a bit wishy, can be a bit wishy-washy. It might be that you're feeling very like the need to explore. For some of you, it could be like starting all over in a way, almost all over. It's like you've had a relationship that didn't work, or something was not working. It's not at the Page of Cups. You are not the Page of Cups, so you're not new to love. You've got some experience, but you are, or Page of Wands, but you have some experience, but it's like in between a pure beginner and like having had all that experience. It's a funny thing. Let me maybe try to explain it a bit better. It's like whether love or another thing you're starting on, it's like you're feeling like at the stage of, even if you've had a lot of experience, it's like you're going into kind of uncharted territory, or you are having quite an adventurous mind in the situation. How it can play out in a lovership is that you might be opening yourself up to new loves. You've got experience in love, but you are still feeling very tentative. It might be a new love coming in, partnership. It might be a new job, but you are feeling like this Knight of Wands, willing to explore, feeling like you don't have as much experience as the Queen or King, but you're not as naive as the Page. So it's kind of like it could present as quite a new offer, but something that you know quite a bit about. Or it can represent something different from what you've experienced now, even in a relationship. But it brings out this adventurous side in you, I think. Around you, people, places, and things is what I'm calling this, is the Two of Cups in reverse. So even though, I'm going to get a clarifier for this, there's this potential for partnership. So this is what I'm seeing. Something from the past maybe that you wanted an offer from. I don't think it will work the way you had intended. Let me get a clarifier. Which doesn't mean to say it won't heal if you open yourself up to the healing, but it just might heal in a way that releases you both to explore what is right for you. I think that's the sense that I'm getting from this. Goddess of water. Yeah, I do feel like there's this this notion of letting go so that you can have a rebirth in something that you feel emotionally attached to. Advice, you get the Knave of Cups. So there's definitely something that is going on that you feel emotionally committed to, love, or attached to, but for some reason it's not working the way you want it to. This is the Page of Cups, and it is advice. So sorry, it is in your advice. So I feel like what it's saying there is beginner mind, dear hearts, beginner mind, right? You can, I like this idea of the Knight of Wands and being adventurous, because it does also give a sense of beginner mind. So I really feel like your protection is to go into things with a fresh perspective and be willing to not be the Queen of Wands or the King of Wands. Be willing to not know it all. Do you know? Be willing to have an open mind about this new adventure or this relationship that is maybe coming to a close, I feel. Yes, something from the past. And that's Six of Cups, is like talks about past love, past life, relationships. Too many. And then we get the fourth air. sorry, and then we get the here, oh, the Four of Air as well. I love this. I really love this. It talks to me about meditation, but it's about taking time out in the open, needing some fresh air, maybe simply, and maybe needing some time with actual bodies of water. But the Six of Cups is about past life, past loves, past people, and I think really what I'm getting is that family might be really important for you right now. And I'm looking at this, it's like delving into the depths of your soul. So I feel like take this time to really look at the healing, look at the pain, confront the pain, and do those exercises, trust that you have your ancestors on your side, but do that deep dive. And if you need to draw on people from the past, family, lean on family, I feel. This is a lovely image to work with, It's a really lovely, when I think about it, I think about clearing the cobwebs from your mind, Look at that. There's a little eagle there in there. Is it an eyrie? An eyrie, I think. There's a little nest there, but they are up in these huge, they make me think of gum trees, but there's so much space in between. They're taking themselves to a higher perspective. They're looking at things from a higher perspective, and they are allowing all the stuckness to blow through their minds, so that their minds are clear. So you can even do a little exercise like that, beloveds. I think that will be beautiful. Then your outcome is the Eight of Wands, and this talks about a lack of communication. So maybe you are waiting for communication about something, about this love. Even if a lovership has ended, it doesn't have to be painful. Well, it can be made less painful by communication, by keeping the heart open. So for some, that might be worse. But to me, what it's saying here is that you might be waiting for this communication or this offer. But but it looks like to me there's a lack of communication, or as an outcome, or maybe the communication doesn't go the way you want to. So maybe you need to be doing something different. Maybe this will help you do something different to change that, sorry. Yes, because there's, by creating a new beginning, it's seeking clarity, it's speaking truths, it's maybe speaking up, it's cutting out what doesn't serve you. And I feel like maybe that's what you are working towards. So maybe even if communication doesn't come in, you communicate. And I think about this, you can communicate with sweet words. But the thing about the Ace of Air is that it's very clear. You don't have to fight, but you can be very, very clear and self-protective as well. Right? Yeah. It's very interesting. I read generally because I know that there's so many different people, but also for some of you it might be love, some of you it might be not love. Okay, everybody. Okay, Fire Air. I hope that helps you. And I'll chat with you again soon. I'll be doing the fortnightly reading. Pick a card at the end of this week. Okay, then. I hope this all resolves, and enjoy your exercises there. I try not to fixate on the outcome, because I believe we have agency, and I think that if you do this work, you might have an impact on this. You will find solutions to this, because I feel like this is such a solution card in a way. It's cutting through the crap. So even if you don't get the communication you want, you stand up for yourself and you speak clearly. but you can do it with music. Okay, Fire Air, I will chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, Earth Air. This is your reading for the next cycle between now and midish Feb, and I'm doing a different. I've created my own little thing. It's based on the Celtic cross, but the Celtic cross was feeling. Well, this version suits me better, and my dear brother allowed himself to be the guinea pig. I've tested it on him, and I think it worked well. So here we go. I'm using the Familiars Tarot. My blanket's a bit dirty. I'm sitting outside, but it's because it gets patched. My doggy, the minute I put the blanket out, she's here. She's gone now, but I don't know where she is, because she loves sitting out here with me when I'm here. She's probably inside and sleeping. Okay, sorry. So this is your situation, or what's working for you, what could work against you, for you. What you need to think about beneath the surface, in your unconscious. You. The next one is you, and it feels like this is the one that wants to come out. People, places, things. That's what I'm calling it. It sounds fun. Advice and outcome. Beneath the deck, you get the Five of Wands, and it's in reverse. I think that, dear hearts, you are letting go of anything that looks like competition or unnecessary competition, right? Like fighting. I think you're letting go of the battle, some kind of battle, maybe. And maybe you felt like you've been in battle mode. Let me see. So, at the center you get the Six of Coins. Something is not balanced, dear heart. Something, or maybe you are working towards balance. And I think your balance comes between feeling stuck. This is what's not working for you. Being maybe too complacent. It's time to move forward now, I feel. And the Strength card. And the Strength card is about trusting yourself. That's what's working for you. It's possible you are taking on the attributes of Leo right now, and by the way, I don't think any of these attributes. Anyway, it's about the sign, not the person. So the attributes of Leo would be dramatic, out there, present, center stage-y kind of thing. But you are maybe. That's working for you, of feeling quite gung-ho and ready for action, and quite self-confident. Hold on to that. That's what's working for you. What could work against you, I would see, is maybe even the opposite of that, not feeling. Well, it is about being complacent. I feel like you've come from the Hanged Man, and it's time to move. It's time to move forward. Move forward with confidence. What you need to think about is wow, this to me looks like wishing on a star. You know what? Don't be looking the other way when the shooting star falls, kind of thing. I'm going to mention a tarot reader now. My favorite tarot reader, his name is Astroluck. And he mentioned me in his reading because we chat every now and then. But he spoke about Aurora Borealis, and he was saying something about the Northern Lights. His colleagues saw it, but he didn't. And I was saying how I would want to. Now, what I'm saying to you is look towards the Northern Lights. And I mentioned to him the Southern Lights that we also have, which is new to me, right, I must say, called Aurora Australis. And what point am I making? But this is what you need to think about. What is your aurora borealis? What is your or aurora australis, your southern lights or your northern lights? What's your due north, due south? What is the point? Where are you? Oh, I am going on too much. It's like, look towards your dreams, dear hearts. That's what you need to think about. I think you need to, well, this is preempting the next exercise that I want to do on TikTok, which I will share on YouTube as well, as I did the last time. But I think hopefully you are joining me tonight, although you'll get this after, or in the next couple of days, in doing the letting go exercise that I've suggested. And now, once you've done that, you start looking towards what is that wish, wishing on a star. Maybe you need to wish upon a star. So, beneath the surface, you have the Ace of Coins. It's a new beginning, a financial new beginning. I think there might be delays in your new beginnings. I love the way the Earth is represented here. Pentacles are represented with these beautiful wolves. I'm going to get a clarifier for that. And this one wants to come out. Ooh, 4 of air. The first reading, which was fire air, had got this card in their advice, and I loved the image of the eagle sitting up there, and there's their eyrie. I seem to like saying that word, but their little nest, their home, But I think that maybe you are needing to look at finances from a higher perspective. That can mean anything. And for each of you, it will be different. It's like in your unconscious, you're waiting for this offer, this huge financial offer. But there's something you need to look at, not from a different perspective, because you've got the Hanged Man. Maybe you've been doing a lot of that. But just look down from there, be that eagle, look down. Well, what I said to the first group was, what this conjured up for me was the wind blowing through the cobwebs, blowing through the cobwebs of our minds. And it's making me think of blowing through the channels in our mind. Summer breeze, beautiful summer breeze. Think about summer breeze blowing through the cobwebs of your mind. Do that exercise, do something like that and just see what gets blown away. And helps you look at finances from a different perspective, dear hearts, or this offer of, I think there's something you are needing to look at from that point, this offer. That's really beautiful. So almost like your advice is coming early. You've got lots of major arcana. Something this month I think is quite powerful for you. You get the 10 of Cups in reverse. So are you feeling lacking? Maybe you're worried about finances, and maybe that's part of what you will needing to look at from this perspective, from a higher perspective. You are not feeling this 10 of Cups yet. I feel like you have the 10 of Cups now. You might not have financial abundance right now, but you do have emotional, and that's what I think you need to be thinking about, dear hearts. Look at where there is emotional abundance for you, because I can guarantee you might be feeling bereft and whatever, but there is always comfort somewhere. There's always that one person or that space where you feel comforted and like your whole world is, all is well with the world. Seek that out. People, places, and things, this is what's around you. There's a lot on offer for you. I think that there are lots of possibilities, there are lots of opportunities, which is maybe why this Ace of Coins comes up in the unconscious in the reverse. I think that it's guidance for you to choose wisely, or step by step, that you can't do everything at once. Maybe you need to be planning a bit more. Maybe that's what it is. But keep an open mind about what's to come for you here. just know around you there are lots of opportunities. That's what I'm seeing. Lots of offers, maybe. You get the advice, you get the Tower card. I love that. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that this is you creating a self-proclaimed tower in a way. Well, firstly, for some of you, I think it's what needs to be let go of, let go. If something needs to fall, let it fall, and trust that it is in your divine best interests. Whatever, if something is crumbling, if a structure is crumbling, let it crumble. I feel it's also related to the full moon and the letting go of things. So you could actually, maybe you are being guided to make actual physical changes, move furniture around, paint something nice, or bring something beautiful into your home environment. I don't know, but allow something, maybe allow some change, bring some change into your life. I feel that's the advice. For some, it is definitely allowing, there might be a tower happening where something is crumbling around you. Just be still and let it happen. But I think that it's also guidance to, let's see. This is the Page of Coins. You know, suddenly this gets, well, I think your reading's quite deep, though, even though, I mean, it's going so quickly. It's quite deep, Earth Air. So your tower, there's something related to money going on for you. I think it's really important. I think that your new beginning, financial new beginning, requires that you let go of, let's say financial, or for some of you, you're stable. It requires this, and it requires letting go of something that is not serving you, I feel, is allowing a tower to fall, allowing a job to end, letting go of a job, letting go of something that you know is not serving you. I'm not saying people must just walk out of jobs. Use your noggin, for goodness sake, right? You have, you know, I think people here with me are deep thinkers, and so you know that, you have agency. But I feel like there's something that might look like a tower for you, but it's leading to a new beginning, dear hearts. And I'm just loving this elk. Such a stable presence, right? It's, you know what's the other thing is like having an open mind, but trusting in the stability of like your ancestors or whatever's around you, trusting that this must fall, whatever needs to fall must fall, those things you need to let go of, and trusting in that leads to a new beginning, a powerful new beginning, I feel, a very guided new beginning, and that you have this, I wanted to say antler spirit. You know, those antlers are so powerful, but it is an elk spirit with you. I don't know enough about elk, but I imagine it's abundant. It's about abundance because it does feed the earth, right? It's strong. It's nifty. It's agile. It's so agile, and the antlers are associated with reindeer. Maybe this isn't a reindeer, but whatever. You can work with the symbolism and see what it, if you want to, brings for you. But what I'm seeing here is this new beginning. Know that you are guided in that new beginning. You've got this beautiful beast spirit with you and the innocence of a new beginning. But you need to let go of what needs to be let go. And let me just say, tonight, and this reading will come out after tonight, but what I've been encouraging people to do this full moon is to do a releasing ritual. And you can see, I'll put the video at the end. Do that even if it's after the full moon, doesn't matter. But do that before you start envisaging your new beginning. But I feel like for you, it's very much about allowing what needs to fall. Don't resist it. But also, you can, I feel it's also saying let go of those things that are not serving you anymore. You can physically do that by cleaning out the cobwebs, by giving away old clothes, by shifting things around in your house, by bringing in new, letting go of old. It's something like that, dear hearts. I think it's really lovely, Earth Air. And your outcome is the Five of Swords. Wow, I love this because it's letting go of destructive energy. The fives are also about change. Look at that. You're letting go of fights, whether they are inner conflicts or conflicts with others. It's almost like you're saying, okay, you can have the fight. I'm not interested in it. I'm doing my own thing here. And that's freeing your headspace. It's freeing your headspace. And it comes back to these cobwebs again. I really like your reading. Craftsman of air. So you're moving into a more hid space, earth, air. I love that combination, actually. I'm just thinking about it. And in fact, this reading is talking about air wishes, wishing upon a star, air, clearing the cobwebs, earth. Well, that's not earth, but I'm seeing the earthy, bringing about balance in your financial or your sense of stability, bringing about that, bringing it in, and you're moving towards. Can you see this card looks very earth and air? It's very much about planning. You're moving into planning mode, which is practical, right? Because this person looks like they are also holding like what feels like pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful. But I feel like you are moving to letting go of any games, head games, whether it's you're just ignoring them if they're from outside, and you're not participating them if you have been the head game player and you're focusing on your shit. You are you're doing your theories, you're creating theories, you are doing your planning, you are doing your business, creating your potions. This works well with that. Chemistry 101. I'm really loving it. And look at the crow there, supporting your energy, supporting your stuff. And maybe for some of you, you'll be doing a new field of study and letting go of all the distractions. Beautiful earth air. I'm going to leave it there and wish you a wonderful month ahead. Please do give me feedback. I'd love to hear how this worked for you, and tell me about the reading as well, the layout. But I will chat with you again soon. End of the week, I will have your fortnightly. Okay, dear hearts, I'll chat with you again soon. Bye. Welcome back, air, water. This is your reading for the month ahead, the next cycle, till around mid-Feb. You always want to fly out, air, water. Beneath the deck, oh, Three of Swords. Okay, so you are going through some kind of a hard time, my dear hearts. It's not news to you. You just are. It's not coming. I'm not predicting it. It just, that's what the cards are saying. And if that's not your story, then look for another reading rather. So it looks like to me you are healing. You've been going through a lot of pain. Maybe a relationship has ended, or you've lost a job. I see coins around. And it's been hard, I think, and it's made you feel unlovely, unwanted, unabundant, but you aren't all those things. Your circumstances don't define you. It's just a time that you're going through, and I feel it's related. I just want to come to this very quickly. It's about you being led on a journey, dear heart. So whatever's going on, you are being led on a journey. Oh no. part of your healing journey. Just hold on. I like actually that the 3. I'm just going to put that there. It might look untidy, but it's rather, and then fly away. So whatever's going on, I like the fact that the 3 flew away. It's like you are healing. You are healing. It might have been painful, but you are healing now. And I think that there's this divine inner feminine that is needing to heal. What could work against you is your, it could be ego. Let's see. Let me get a clarifier. Let's look at what's working for you. I feel is that I keep referring to the 8 of Swords. This exercise I did, you can look for it. It's about the 8 of Swords. You can see it in my playlist, one of my playlists. I think I'll put the playlist there. But what is healing is your letting go of your feeling of being trapped. That's what's working for you. That's what you need to work on. It's taking yourself out of the sense of being trapped. You're not trapped, you know. What's not working for you, what could work against you is this little creature is torn between that one and that one. The 2 of Swords talks about being two-minded about something. Wow, I'm seeing these as parts of the 2 saying there's some kind of thing about duality or double speak, or you know, this porcupine is soft inside, but it's got this hard outside. The quill's protected. So maybe it's talking about you not seeing that you can protect yourself, that you've got what it takes to take care of yourself. That's what I think it is. That's where your two-minded is. And I think that it would be really useful for you to keep doing this exercise of seeing how you keep yourself trapped. I'm going to attach the 2 8 of Swords videos at the end. The one is linked to the full moon and the letting go, but the other is simply about the 8 of Swords. And yeah, but your ability to let go is what you need to hold on to. And what you need to let go of is your belief that you are not able to take care of yourself. You can take care of this Empress within. However you identify, you can take care of that Empress within. Right? 5 of Coins in what you need to think about. This is you telling yourself that you're not part of anything, that you're an outsider, you're a loner, you don't have the support you need, but you do. And you need to think about that. Why do you feel like you are on your own, dear hearts? And where can you find the support? Where is the support available to you? Because it is, you know. And then the card representing you is 8 of Wands. I feel like that there's going to be what's going on. There's a lot of change going on, a lot of action, but you also need to be there's a need for a lot of communication. Maybe it's related to this, where you feel like an outsider. Rather speak about it than, you know, push people away kind of thing. I'm just going to get a clarifier for that 5 of Coins. 4 of Earth. Maybe you are feeling outside of I love the Stonehenge. Sorry. So, what was I saying? Sorry, I was interrupted. So, with the Five of Coins is feeling like the outsider. The Four of Earth is also in the reverse. It's like the Four of Coins as well. It's money. It's about holding on to things that don't serve. But what I'm thinking you need to think about is this ancient place. This is a spiritual place. This is Stonehenge, right? Or something like Stonehenge, because I believe there's similar structures in different places. Four represents stability. I think you need to be thinking about how you bring about your own stability and how you can ask for support, whether it's from your ancestors or from people around you who care about you. That's really lovely, air, water. There's this, I was talking about communication is key for you right now. And a lot of activity, I feel. People, places, and things. It's a star in reverse. So, let me get a clarifier for that. So, I was just saying, I was sharing with a friend that this is making me think. Oh gosh, sorry. Aurora Borealis. But anyway, I think you need to be doing a little bit more of wishing on a star. I think it's quite simple. But don't be, I was going to say fatalistic. Yeah, maybe. Don't put your hopes on one thing, especially not on a human. For some of you, that's what applies. But I think it's saying, don't fixate your hope in one place, Don't insist that your joy be contingent on something happening in a certain way. That's what I feel is almost advice. It's what's around you, but I'm seeing it more as advice, Yeah. Beneath the surface is that whatever's going on, you're learning about seeking inner wisdom. You're learning also that you don't have to rage for that wisdom, that you be still for it. And that when the time is right, you know what? It's about you being guided, trusting that you are being guided, that whatever's going on, you are being guided. You do your work. And trust that whatever this thing that's going on, you do your work. Whatever's going on, this hardship, this pain, this healing, you are being guided. Trust that as you need to know things, they will be revealed to you. Your advice is to let go of what needs to be let go of, is to trust the death, to let the death be the death, because it's leading to balance. If you've lost a job, I know that it's not easy, and I'm not trivializing it, but whatever's going on the outside, we just keep doing the inner work, dear hearts. Right? That whatever's going on, we are trusting that we are being guided. There's balance there. There's balance. Balance keeps showing up as well, like previous group. But it looks to me like it's leading to some kind of place where there's an even give and take, where you are taken care of, where you feel the universe is taking care of you. Look at this, the universe taking care of you, the tortoises, the little tortoises being guided to the water through the full moon. And the full moon coming up tonight, also quite significant. I think that you have let go during the full moon, and it leads to this. And you're doing this inner work, dear hearts, and it leads to this something coming into balance. So even if a job is lost or a relationship, you start to see the inner guidance, that you were guided. You start to see that you're not an outsider, that you're not left alone, that you have so much on your side, and you start seeing the reason for whatever's having happened. I'm just going to get one more card for you. Air, water, to close off. The priestess, and that is like the high priestess, and it's so beautiful. And look at the full moon again. I feel like do that letting go exercise. I think that this is also saying trust in there's balance here. There's balance again, the red roses, the white roses. There's balance, that you are on a path to finding that balance within, to finding this empress within, you know. I don't think that the priestess is there for us. The priestess is there to guide us. I feel like we embody the empress, but we are guided by the priestess. I don't know. That's my feeling. So you are being guided to your joy and your abundance. That's what I feel. And I think that's a beautiful card to end with. Okay, air, water. I will chat with you again soon. I hope this helped you. Please give me your feedback. I'm sending lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, Earth, Water. I'm doing a different spread. I've created my own. It's based on the Celtic cross, which I love, but this one suits me better. I just wanted to create something that feels more like the way I read, you know. So that's the normal central theme, but I'm looking at what works for you, what's working for you, what could work against you, what you need to think about is the same, what's beneath the surface, what's in the unconscious, you know, what you can't see. Then the you, people, places and things, or what's around you, your advice, and I'll get more, and then the potential outcome. Beneath the deck you have the Guardian, number 18 in reverse. This looks to me like the devil, and probably it isn't. I don't know this deck properly, but I'm really not interested in I'm not too sure why they've changed some of the things. I don't agree with their reasoning, but I like the pictures, so I'm going to go with my own. So beneath the deck you have this in the reverse. So to me it's something to do with power, maybe. This feels very much like the King of Coins though. So that looks like death, the scythe. Like a combination of everything actually. So there's something to do with, let me think about it. I think this is to do with change, it's to do with abundance, it's to do with maybe, but we'll see as we go along. I'm going to just leave it to the cards to decide. But I think that this is more about advice, and it's suggesting that you need more time in nature. Maybe you need to think about what you need to let go of and what you need to bring in. And my recent video, I shared the TikTok one that I did for releasing at the full moon, at this particular full moon, which is today here. But that's fine even if it's you haven't done it, do it in the next couple of days after I've uploaded this. I'm gonna add it at the end, put it at the end of this video for you to look at if you want to. What I'm seeing for you is that there's a lot of movement. I think that those sevens represent a lot of movement. Like nothing is very stable right now, you know. Sorry, I'm just trying to light this so that you can get a nice effect. Because it's so beautiful when it does, when the dragon's breathing fire, you know. That's cute. So your central theme is standing up. It's about standing up for yourself. This lion is not having to do anything. They're not making a big fuss of it. They're just standing in their power. And I think that's your theme for the next month is what does standing up for yourself look like? What should it look like? And where should you be standing up for yourself? But also is to consider that it doesn't have to be a fight, that you can do it. This lion is looks like they've been through the wars, they've been through it, and they've come out and they're still standing, but they're standing proud and tall and serene. So you can think about that. What could work against you is too many choices and not being able to make one choice. What's working for you, and this is the equivalent of the Knight of Wands. It's believing in yourself. It's believing in yourself. The Knight is ready for adventure, ready to try new things. See, she's making potions there, trying out different things. So trust in your, trust that you can, in your trying new things, you can still have balance. You can still be serene and calm. So what would work in your favor is to be adventurous, to trust in the adventure, to go for it, whatever is being presented to you, is to not be afraid. The Page of Swords in what you need to think about. I think there's a part of your journey that needs you, and maybe this is related to the Seven of Water, that you need to think about. Like, maybe write down all the options that you are presented with and do a pros and cons list. I think that this is suggesting that sometimes we need to go all heart and intuition, and sometimes we need to bring our heads in. And I think that these choices you're being offered require thought. They require some reflection. So do your lists, and then of course you can bring your intuition in. I think that's important to our spiritual selves. If we, not that the other isn't, but I'm not going to worry about semantics now. You know what I mean. So it's just a bit of reflection, using your head, dear hearts. That's all. In the unconscious is the Nine of Water. I feel like you might not even know this, but you are working and maybe walking towards your Nine of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. It might be on your own. This is a very lone journey you're on, and that's fine. You are in this lone phase at the moment, and that's fine. It's where you are, and it's where you are meant to be in a way. But you are working towards this fulfillment on your own, completion, completeness on your own, emotional completeness, like being satisfied, self-satisfied. It's really lovely. However, there is also an offer of, you've got quite a lot of water here. Water, no, that's earth. So there might be an element of, there might be love that's on offer. Maybe there are lots of suitors being offered to you, dear hearts. But it looks like there's a lot on offer. Now your guardian to me is suggesting that the way to protect yourself is also to take time in nature, to appreciate nature, and maybe that's what you're not doing enough of at the moment. I will clarify the other cards. The card representing you is the Seven of Air, and again this is a card of the mind, maybe mind games, but this is representing you. So these 3 sevens are closely intertwined. There's the you needing to stand up for yourself. There's the you needing to make choices. And then there's the you being devious, maybe. But is this a necessary deviousness? Is this you simply weighing up your options, even if it's partners? You saying, okay, this is the good and the bad of them, you know? But you need to think about that, what this deviousness is. Is it something that is maybe necessary? It's your way of protecting yourself, your need to maybe keep things to yourself, or I don't know, there's some kind of it could, just be careful that it doesn't backfire on you, you know. But let me get a clarifier for that, just to get to the bottom of it in a way, you know. Let me get 4. I'll get for that craftsman of air. Wow, these swords that are wanting to fall out. Well, the dragon is roaring for you. You can't even see it properly, but it's like smoking. Smoke is coming out of everywhere. Right? So this plotting and planning maybe is a bit of self-care. Maybe you are feeling like something's been working against you, and this 5 of Swords is very much about that maybe games being played. It's a lot of kid stuff, so maybe you are getting to the bottom of this by concentrating, by thinking. You are being called on to think, to plan, to work things out, you know. And maybe it's because you have felt unvictorious in some situation, so you are strategizing. But just be careful that you don't shoot yourself in the foot, is what I would say, because around you is this Ace of Cups, and I'm going to get a clarifier for the Ace of Cups, which is I'm calling it people, places, and things. So it's the things that are surrounding you, maybe being offered to you. And with the Ace of Cups there, wow, gosh, look at that, 2 Ace of Cups twice. So then why are you feeling the need to, and it's breaking a pattern, I feel. It's breaking a pattern of isolation. So interesting, which to me seems baffling. So just be careful with this 5 of Swords energy and the 7 of Swords energy. Don't talk yourself into seeing problems where there aren't, dear hearts. But at the same time, be strategic. You do need to be strategic, especially for these choices, right? But you don't have to shoot yourself in the foot by being devious. Okay, let's just put it that way. You get the 6 of Earth in your advice, finding balance, finding a way to balance. But let's see what else can we get with that 6 of Earth. It's about an even give and take. It's about receiving as much as we give. Something like that, you know. Let's see. So I think that your advice is about finding balance between overwork and action, because this is about action. This is when we overdo things. This is when we make things happen. So I think that you need to balance your wands, share responsibility, speak up when you are overwhelmed. That's how you bring about your balance. You don't have to take it all on yourself. In the outcome, you get the Witch of Water, which is like the Knight of Cups. So you get two witches. It's like creating. This is in the reverse, right? In your outcome, it's possible that you are not seeing love where love is. There's definitely love there, and it's an invitation to bring you in, out of the cold. But maybe you are still filling your well at the moment. And so what I would say to you is, if this is about love, or even if it's another offer that you're not ready for, this offer is really abundant, it looks like. But you might be working on yourself, and that's okay. So what I would say is, the way you don't shoot yourself in the foot is by speaking out, speaking about the possibilities. Like, for example, if it's a lover and you're not ready, you're saying, you talk from your heart and say, I would like to, I'm focusing on myself right now, or whatever the case might be, but can we be friends? And, I'm just not ready right now. That kind of thing. It's like not shooting yourself in the foot, which the Seven of Air can do. And that Five of Swords as well. But let me get another one for Seven of Cups. It's again those choices, dear hearts. Don't let the choices make you feel stuck. Or what I would say is, don't take on too much. Don't overwhelm yourself, even if it's lovers, by having too many or taking on too much. Share the burdens, or get rid of some if that's if it's really, who can sustain too many lovers, right? It's not sustainable, just from a practical viewpoint. But even work-wise, you can't take on too much. It's going to deplete you if you just try to do everything yourself. It's just, I guess, a warning for you not to be over. But let me just get one more for that Witch of Water, that outcome. What is the Witch of Water about? Healing. Oh, lovely, beautiful. So maybe take your time out to do your own healing. If you're presented with options, be strategic in how you make your choices, and also how you eliminate. You don't have to do that harshly. I feel everything can be a healing journey. It can all be done in a loving way. And I say this because we have these two gentle energies. Well, we've got Cups energy. It's about gentleness, and you are earth and water. So combine your practical nature with a loving attitude. Right, chap? Tiger. Can't lie on my cards, baby. It's not even comfortable for you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Earth Water. I hope this has helped you, and I'll be in touch again soon. Please share with me your feedback of my layout, the reading, the way I'm reading, and also what it's the message. I will chat with you again soon. I send you lots of love. Bye. Welcome back, Fire Earth. This is your reading for the next cycle between now and mid-Feb, and I'm doing a different using my own layout. I have based it on what I find useful in the Celtic Cross, but also I feel like this is more suited to me, I guinea pigged with my brother, and it worked quite well. So that's your issue, your current issue, what's working against, what's working for you, what you need to think about, what is in the unconscious, what you can't see. You, beautiful, around you, people, places, and things is what I'm calling it, your advice, and your possible outcome. Beneath the deck you have the Six of Earth, which is telling me that, oh, my poor laptop, there's a tiger in our presence. Just came and plonked himself over the cards, no worries. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this thing. Okay, I think that's fitting, sort of. Okay. So your oh, look at this. I did say balance. So I think that this, your work, you are concerned with finding balance, and I think it's beautiful. I think that Fire Earth, you are really working towards inner balance, outer balance. It's really powerful, I think. And that's your theme for the next month, working on this balance. That's balance again. The Nine of Fire that could work against you is you maybe taking on too much. It could also be you not valuing what you have achieved and only looking at the negative. This card makes me think very much of this. It's all the abundance of the earth, but it could be just caution. The caution is that don't be negative and look at only the negative and not see the positive around you, what you've achieved, what's healing, what is working for you. Okay, dear hearts, working for you is the Two of Earth, and look at this mama bear and baby bear. It's so beautiful, and it's about finding your rhythm, I think it's about finding your rhythm. I really think that's what it is. Rest when you need to rest, do when you need to do. That's what I think is your guidance for the next month. You get the Six of Fire, Six of Wands in what you need to think about. Six of Wands. I'm going to have to move again because this bloody. Oh God. Okay. Six of Wands. You need to think about what does victory look like. There's a situation that you are concerned about, or maybe it's just general life, because I'm seeing this quite generally. What does victory look like for you? When you think about joy and happiness, what does that look like for you? There's a transformation going on for you, and you are being guided to some kind of success in an area of your life. For each of you it will be different. And what does that look like? You need to think about it. What does that look like? If it's abundance, what does that look like for you? In the unconscious you have the Five of Earth, and this is about you coming in from the cold, but I feel it's you confronting where you have kept yourself outside of things, where you have seen yourself as unworthy, where you have maybe even buried your beauty, can you see the latent possibilities there, the you being buried, and yet the possibilities are so beautiful on the top there. So in your unconscious, I think that's something that you are, maybe it's playing on your mind, this issue of good enough or not. But maybe you are healing that, and this is your time for that kind of healing, of seeing where you've achieved, where you have created an even give and take, where you are creating balance. You are definitely creating balance. So I think that just be aware of this tendency to see yourself as unworthy, or that's it. Because deep down, I think that's what's going on, and maybe that is what you are healing, dear hearts. And you're definitely healing. You are This makes me think of the hermit, but you are willing to go within and really listen, because the eyes are closed. The other senses are more awake, I feel. That's what I'm seeing in this card, is you're willing to do the inner work. And it's beautiful. It's healing this. It's bringing about this balance. But I feel like the thing that you must just watch out for is this, one, not valuing yourself, not seeing what you have achieved, and not seeing the beauty around you, but also this sense of you being out in the cold, not worthy. But do your inner work. Do this. You might even want to get yourself a drum or join a drumming circle. It's very powerful. Or spend time out in nature, which the Guardian is also talking about. Around you is the Ten of Fire, and this is a beautiful card, but it does talk about burning yourself out. So I would say that's the one thing you need to guard against, or it's another thing you need to guard against. Like when we don't see our value, we aren't able to ask for help, right? And asking for help is part of the bringing about balance. Knowing when to listen to our rhythms, to say, oh, I need help now, and I can help now. I need to rest now. Maybe somebody else can do that. I think that's all the things that are going on for you right now. So call on others for help. And if somebody else is around you that you love is taking on too much of a burden, maybe that's also part of your journey, is to reach out a helping hand. Your advice is the Ten of Earth. I think it comes back to that Six of Fire. Sorry about the sun now. Well, I can't apologize for the sun. But look at this beautiful thing, man. It's so lovely. It's like, what is my pathway to my abundance? And I think it's linked to the Six of Fire, what you need to think about. I think as part of your healing journey, we're focusing on finding balance. I think that you're also being, and I'm going to do, this keeps coming up in all the readings so far, it's come up. I'm going to do a follow-up to the previous video I did on TikTok and I shared on YouTube. I'm going to do a follow-up for the new moon. Okay, so look out for that. I think it's related to this 10 of coins here. But you can start thinking now, what does my abundance look like? What does my fulfillment look like? And dream big. You have the Guardian in your outcome. I'm going to get a clarifier for that. It looks really good. It looks like you're doing the inner work. You're trying to find the balance. You know what to caution yourself about. And it looks like you're working towards something really beautiful, where you can sit on your throne and admire your kingdom. You can look with appreciation at all that you have around you and all that you've built, And then you get the Emperor as well in the outcome. So I feel that this cycle is leading you towards a feeling of stability and inner power, like how it's leading you towards this feeling of, this feels like earth energy, or I know the Emperor's not, it's fire and earth. How beautiful. And now maybe that's the balance you're working towards, is being able to enjoy the abundance and also appreciate yourself within that, appreciate your agency, your ability to, that you created that, you co-created this abundance. And part of that is in appreciating yourself, no longer seeing yourself as this outsider, being willing to open your hand to support and to share support when you need to, going within. It's really powerful group, Fire Earth, really powerful. And I love this, to me this looks like the footsteps towards whatever that is that's there, that opening, that clearing, that abundance, that wonder, that mystery, whatever. Now you can start walking towards it, kind of thing. And I'm going to leave it there as your advice. I think that's really powerful. It's really beautiful. The 10 of Earth, by the way, talks about complete, you've got the previous group got the 9 of Earth. You get the 10 of Earth. It's completion, it's happy family, it's abundance, it's stability. It looks like to me that's what you are working towards. Okay, Fire Earth, I send you lots of love, and I hope this helps you. Bye. So welcome back, Water Fire. I'm going to do a different reading today. I've kind of using the Celtic Cross as a basis. I'm trying out something new that I feel suits me better, suits my way of reading better. So this is your central issue. What could work for you? What could work against you? What you need to think about, what's in the unconscious, you in the situation, people, places and things, your advice, which I always put upright, and your potential outcome. Can you see all of that? Bring it all together. Just trying to get it all in. I did everyone else's on the blanket. I mean, the sun was just too much, and but my patch wouldn't get off the blanket, so. Yes, beneath the deck you have the goddess of air in the reverse, and this is about, I feel like there's a lack of clarity, maybe taking on too much, maybe being too much in your head. Let's see what's going on here. Again, at the center is a lack of clarity. There's something that needs to be spoken about that is not, something that needs to be, the air needs to be cleared, and it's not being cleared, or there's some issue that is hidden or not brought to light. And it might be to do with some dogma, someone being dogmatic, maybe you. Very interesting, you have the Strength card here, which the lion reminds me of. But in this case, it's not the Strength card. In fact, this is the card of the number of temperance, finding balance. There's a lot of nature here, a lot to do with nature. Wow, look at those eagle wings at the back there, so beautiful. Sure, they're pretty cards, but not sure how I really feel about some aspects of them. Anyway, so your central issue is the need to talk out about something, to speak up, to clear the air about something, tell a truth, speak a truth, confess to something, or get someone, tell someone how you feel, speak up for yourself. What might not work for you is maybe you aren't speaking up for yourself, you're just sitting there and watching. So complacence might be the thing that works against this, whatever this issue is that you're dealing with, that needs clarity, that needs to be spoken about. But what's working for you is that you have this inner strength, and it's based on or you can draw on this strength that is based on nature. Sit out in nature, draw on the strength of the earth, like pull it in. Sit. It's so interesting that I'm sitting on the grass right now, and this is really like your advice. So sit on the grass and draw in the strength of the earth, and believe in that, so that you can speak this truth or speak up about something that you need to, right? What you need to think about. Wow. Maze. It's in the reverse. It looks like a long journey that you need to take, right? And you're really afraid. So much is hidden from you. I'm going to get a clarifier for this. maybe you are being invited to confront some kind of riddle, to see whatever's going on as you coming to some truth, being brave enough to step into the unknown so that you can uncover a truth, trusting that you have the strength, that you are being pushed this way by Spirit to go on this journey, that Spirit has your back, that whatever's going on, you are being pushed that way for a reason. Let me get clarifier for the maze. You also get 3 sevens. Wheel of Fortune. I think that it's saying what might not look right is actually guiding you. It might look like things are upside down, but trust that you are being guided to go through this maze and that you've got what it takes to navigate this unknown space that you are going into. Water fire. You trust that you've got this. The Ace of Fire now, the Ace of Air is telling me something's very unclear, but you have the courage to go through whatever this is that you're going through. This thing that is where words are not spoken, things are not clear, where you might even be feeling stuck in your own web, kind of thing. But trust that you are being divinely guided. That's what I would say. That's what I feel. I mean, this maze is beautiful. It looks like guidance from the ancestors. Like there's cryptic messages that you have to go on this journey in order to learn the things that you need to learn. Maybe for the next phase, maybe for something new, whatever the case might be, and you are being required to trust. Beneath in the unconscious, you get the craftsman of water, but you have it in reverse. And I think that deep down you are needing to play a little bit more, to believe a little bit more, to believe in your ability to make rain, to make joy, to have joy in your life, and I think it starts with this drawing from the earth to help you feel stable, but then also maybe doing joyful things, like just playing a bit more, play hide and seek, I don't know, whatever, but play outside. Doesn't matter how grown up you are. Very interesting. Okay, the card representing you is the Three of Earth, and this talks about collaboration. Look at these two sharing from the earth. It's like there's enough to go around, dear hearts, and maybe that's what you're worried about. This card speaks about abundance. That one talks about sharing. That's abundance. You also have 3 sevens, and your sevens are talking about you having a choice whether to stay stuck in the cycle, dear hearts, of head games, or move from that to a more earthy cycle, a cycle of abundance, of believing in abundance, and of believing in sharing, and trusting in your ability to get there. I feel like you've been stuck, and now is the time for movement. And maybe you've been stuck because you've been afraid of this maze, like everything looks like a mystery to you. It's possible you are being thrown into something very, very new, but you have to trust that it's part of your cycle and that you are being divinely guided. I absolutely believe that. And with the 3 sevens, to me it reconfirms that idea of being guided and almost like you have choices now. Even though you don't get the Seven of Cups, it's like you have a choice whether to take that journey and be willing, but also in trusting in that you are safe, trusting that you are guided, that you don't have to sit and be complacent anymore. It's a time for movement now. But I think you need to play. I think you need to take the plunge. I think that in this journey, you are also being called on to have an attitude of sharing, of openness to others sharing with you as well. And then with the Seven of Earth, this is what's around you, and it talks about the abundance. Talks about the abundance that's available to you, that the whole earth is available to you. People, places, and things are available to you on this journey. It's a very similar message in some ways it's similar to the previous one, but you get in your advice is the Ten of Fire. It's about not burning yourself out, and also trusting in your inner fire. I feel there's so many messages coming through on this one. This is about knowing when to delegate, knowing when to ask for help, knowing when to rest, and knowing when you can handle that thing. So it's very much about the collaboration. It's very much about leaning on the earth. And it's a caution not to burn yourself out in this journey. I think you're going on like a shamanic journey, very much like the previous, I can't remember which it was, but the previous reading, I think it was Fire and Earth. I think it was Fire and Earth. Going on this inner journey, and it requires you to do all these things, to draw on your ancestral lineage, the ancestry of the earth even, and not feel like you have to go it alone, really. In fact, that's what I'm feeling your journey is. It's almost like you are on this lone journey, and that's true. That's the inner journey. The inner journey can only be a lone one. Alone in the sense of the physical, me, myself, and I as this physical being on this earth does that alone. But I can draw on my earth, my heavenly and earthly guidance, on the ethereal, on the whatever you believe in, whether it's, well, in this case it's nature. Draw on nature to support you. Draw on your ancestors, draw on the animal spirits to support you on that journey. You do not have to do it alone. And maybe, when I started out, I spoke about this need to speak up and clear the air. Maybe it's not time yet. Maybe you are first doing the inner journey. But for some of you, it will be the need to clear the air and to stand up for yourself by clearing the air. But for some of you, the inner journey starts first. Now, I was saying about this inner journey is the lone one, but the outer journey, even as you go within, the outer journey is about leaning on people for support. And that's what I'm seeing more here, speaking out when you need support. You don't have to be a martyr and take it all on your own. And I think that is backed up by this goddess of air and the Seven of Air. Seven of Air is staying stuck in that me, myself, and I, and not looking at the other ways of working, that we can collaborate, that we can share, that we can lean on others. And I think that's a strong message for you, Water Fire. You are going through this inner journey, and you need to call on your inner resources as well as the external. Yeah, I will leave it there. I don't think I need to say any more. Okay, Water Fire, I send you lots of love. Please won't you share your feedback with me and tell me how this sat for you, and how you like this way of reading. and I will chat with you again soon. Bye.